Going on. Don't answer that. I don't care. Today we're gonna look at well, actually I'm gonna film this across multiple days, but we're gonna look at all the Megatrons I got, all the ones in my collection, from the first one to the last one. They're both G1. To Armadas and Legacies and Cyberverses, and Transforming and Non-Transforming and the Last Night. To ones that have appeared in videos and ones that haven't, blah blah blah, whatever. I guess we can start at the beginning. Little model kit Megatron. He's busted up. Everything you see attached to his body was not before. At some point during his existence. As in, the waist falls apart and this arm comes off. The head was probably deattached to at some point. I don't remember. I built this with my dad. That was fun. Never really got too much use out of him as he, broke immediately. He turns into the classic Megatron gun, and he's not an official figure, so no Decepticon logo. Womp womp. Even if I did get him fixed, a lot of things would be sacrificed, like articulation, and transforming wouldn't happen anymore. I'm still going to do it, probably, just glue some of the pieces back on, just for the sake of doing it. I'm not even going to bother trying to transform this thing, or go over articulation. There's really no point. He's there. Yeah, he's just going to chill on my shelf after he gets fixed. Or probably in a bin somewhere, to be honest. I have no space on my shelves to display him. So there you go, Megatron. Anyways, it's the Cyberverse Megatron. His Decepticon logo had a sticker over it for some time. I scraped that off, and his logo underneath is a bit damaged, but whatever. He's been around for like a millennia. Several millennia, really. His face, half of it is colored black. I don't remember why. I think it was, yeah, that was around the time The Last Night came out, and he was like under mind control or something. Then it was just battle damage after that storyline was done or whatever. For a while, his right leg was broken, but my dad fixed it, and it actually still articulates. And the ratchets are still in there. Those are the only ratchet joints in this figure, though. So the rest of them is kind of loose, and the leg is really rattly. His arms are still stable, though, with no ratchets or anything. Doesn't really need them there. So articulation, you can kind of do a butterfly if you unpeg the transformation piece. His arms go all the way around. He can move his hand out. Nothing at the head. He can kick forward. He can't kick that far back. His knee bend is pretty bad, but whatever. Nothing at the ankle, but you can do that with the foot or something. It's for transformation, though. And that's Megatron's articulation. And to transform him, you kind of just put his arms together, put his waist down, push his head down. You fold the feet in, then you rip the panels off his legs, and they fold back and they peg into place. There's a little thing in the center here that you can pull out. So that's the wrong side. I haven't done this in like a few years, so you get that out, and then you peg everything together. It won't stay snapped into place. It doesn't snap at all. It kind of just sits there and then falls out a bit. That's probably because this figure is old, I'm pretty sure. I think he transformed fine before. And this was my main Megatron for at least half a decade. He's still a pretty good figure. He's got this feature where you can push his button and hold it, and his fusion kind of goes out and does that. I had the Optimus Prime to go with this figure, which I'll probably do every Optimus Prime in my collection video someday. That has grown substantially recently, too. He's got a bunch of guns and blasters in the front that did various things when I played with him. It's pretty good. And his head pops out once you pull his waist back. Kind of an automatic transformation thing. So yeah, he's seen a lot of injury, but he's held together so far. Funnily enough, his leg breaking didn't even happen when I was playing with him. I was just putting him away and it fell off, and I was like, well, okay. And I didn't bother to get it fixed for like a few months either. I think it was actually a few years, maybe like 2 years before I got it fixed. I do that a lot with figures recently because I just don't need to get them fixed. I have replacements or something. I should probably stop waiting before I lose all the broken pieces. Anyway, that's Megatron, and he rolls with wheels on the bottom. Still going strong with Cyberverse Megatrons. This one, yeah, I got this for like a Christmas, I think. It was a last second buy because I said I wanted Transformers now after saying I wanted Star Wars. I wanted both, just, yeah, whatever. Anyway, this Megatron's got a cool feature where you can lift his arm up and his mace will go and it'll fling around. You can pull it back up. I found it annoying at times, so I figured you could just unpeg the arm all the way, and then it wouldn't fly out every time you lifted his arm. He's got his gun on the other side. It's kind of loose now, but it wasn't beforehand. I use the smaller Megatron figures I get as just like Megatron-looking drones in my stop motions and videos. Like they remodeled themselves after their leader or something, which I thought was a cool idea. His arms go all the way around on just the one side. It gets stopped on the action feature. He has an elbow on the one side. The other one also doesn't. That has a string going through it. Nothing at the waist, nothing at the head. The leg can kick out that far, kick back pretty far. The knee bend can go both ways, even though it's kind of sucky going backwards. Nothing at the ankle, and it turns into a tank as Megatron does a lot of the time. So I'm just going to transform him real quick. I might screw it up. I probably will. It's kind of just in the steps for this one. You have to screw it up or else you didn't do it right. That's not me coping, by the way. That's in the instructions for the actual thing. Yep, I instantly messed it up. Put the arms the wrong way around. I'm going to continue to do that until I no longer have this figure anymore. Which will possibly be never. I like this figure pretty much. It's not bad. I'm like, the next little small Megatron I'll do. And he makes a decent tank. It's really just a guy doing yoga. You can see that pretty well. But it's not as bad as some other figures. There's some detailing in the turret that you can't really see. And he's got some side guns and stuff. It's the same Cyberverse tank, just a different... Doing a two-fer because they're the same mold, different looks. One's a knockoff. That's my one. And one was one my cousin got. That's not a knockoff, but it's kind of worse than a knockoff, to be honest, quality-wise. He lost the fusion cannon for it. I don't know where it is. And I'm not going to look for it. Because my one has it, anyway. I used this one in Transformers the Beginning, which you should not watch because it's bad. You can if you want to, though. I don't know why you would. Anyway, articulation. His arms go all the way around. Though they're pretty loose. I was able to tighten it by sticking clay in there, though I'm probably going to remove it since I have better Megatrons now. This is my main Megatron for a while, too. So I'm glad to replace it with something better. Though I'm not getting rid of either of these. I like this mold. Elbow does that far. Fusion cannon can go all the way around if you want. Well, actually get stuck, but whatever. It can go all the way around because I said it can. The head does a full 360. It can't look up and down very good, though. Nothing at the waist. Kick that high. Kick that far back. Never talked about the splits for any of these. They can do that pretty good on ratchet joints. Knee goes that far back. Nothing at the ankle. Well, I guess it can do a pivot the other direction, but whatever. Yeah, pretty good articulation. Now to transform it, I'm just going to take the gun off and just go. Here we go. Yay. Gonna be a bit fiddly to transform this thing, but yeah. I'm not gonna transform the other one because no one cares. It's a pretty good authentic tank. This one is missing a wheel. I don't know where it went. I could pull one off of this thing and replace it, but I'm not gonna do all that. I believe I've used these as Megabots too. Megatron drones in the Transformers Align series too. He's got some cold parts here. I don't think this is die-cast metal. I think it's just like cold plastic. Because he doesn't have weight to him at all. Maybe it is metal, but not die-cast. I don't know. It's a pretty neat Megatron. Here we have the bane of my existence, this Earthspark Megatron figure, which you will never see again. Okay, first off, his leg keeps falling off. The ball joint is like missing plastic in it. I don't even like Earthspark, the series, so whatever. Screw this thing, actually. I'm done. Alright, you know him, you love him. Or maybe you don't at all, actually. This is, the Last Night Megatron. It's a knockoff. He's got, the Decepticon sticker on there. I have stickers, so I could give stickers to some of the other Megatrons that don't have them, the knockoff ones, but I'm not going to do that because the stickers really suck and, like, tear every time I try to get them off the sheet now. But whatever. So this one's appeared in a few of my stop motions, even before TFA started, I think. He's got some decent articulation at the head and all around. I'm not going to cover it all, though. We've done it enough times in these videos. I'm pretty sure after I add these all up, it's going to get pretty long and be one of my longest videos, and no one's going to watch it, but I don't care. I'm just going to transform him now. This probably has my favorite transformation out of the bunch. Other than, like, the smaller, the Cyberverse ones, both of them, actually. I like flipping those ones around, even though I haven't done it in a while. I always told myself I would play with toys forever, but I don't really find myself playing with them anymore. I kind of just pick them up and fiddle around, kind of, or just use them for stop motions. Which I guess kind of happens when you grow up, you stop playing with toys. Which isn't really a bad thing. Just limits the imagination, but I write a lot of stories, so I guess that doesn't really happen for me. And I'm talking so, like, stilted right now, just thinking of my thoughts every few seconds. Probably sounds weird. Sorry if you don't like the way I'm talking right now. What am I doing? I completely lost my train of thought when I was talking. Alright, here we have him in jet form. For some reason, he has thrusters pointing forward. Some weird design stuff. I think, in concept, this was going to be the front of the jet, but they switched it around and just didn't bother fixing the thrusters for some reason. So I guess it's just some backwards thrust for quick escapes and stopping and stuff. It's kind of like a sword hilt. That'd be cool. Megatron turns into the handle for a sword, and then some other Transformers or like Minicons or something turn into the blade, and then like a Titan Transformer or a Combiner maybe holds him and they swing him around. That would be an epic idea. And you can holster the sword on the back of the jet here. You can also... Here we go with the first leader class figure in my collection, I'm pretty sure. I got like a bunch of leaders and Voyagers after I got this one, so he sparked a revolution for my toy collection. It's Armada Megatron. He's a pretty good re-envisioning of the character and his design and stuff. What's there to say about this guy? He's got good articulation, good looks, a good transformation. The accessory could be better. It's kind of like a softer material, and it bends out of shape. This one did too. It kind of bent back into shape a little bit, but it was really bad before the video. So I'm glad it went back before I started filming this. It's still kind of warped, but it's kind of hard to tell with the video. It's an acceptable amount of unwarpedness or whatever. His antennae are also a softer material, but they seem to be doing fine. They just fall off more than I would like, but it's not too bad. And they haven't fallen off for a while, so I think it's fine. He's going to appear in TFA. I just don't know how long it will take. Probably like a year. Probably like 2026 or 2027. Because, you know, it takes me like 5 months to make a video now. Or maybe you don't know. You probably don't know. I don't blame you. No one watches my videos. Or people do watch them. But, you know, not returning viewers, as the analytics say. Comment down below or like the video if you're a returning viewer. Anyway, I guess we should cover articulation. I haven't done that in a little bit. Flip these panels up, you can get access to his arm going out, and you can flay out like that. His whole shoulder kind of is a separate piece, so it doesn't articulate with it. I kind of wish it did. I'd prefer if it did, but I don't think that's accurate to the show, so that's why. That is on a ball joint, but it can look down that far. Look up, like, not at all, I think, actually. It can do a full 360. Elbow bend, pretty good amount up. And then the wrist can rotate, or the hand, or whatever. Waist swivel kind of gets blocked by the turret on the back, though. You can make up for that by just moving the turret. He kicks up that far, kicks backward that much. Decent split. Thigh rotation. There's also a bicep swivel. I missed that. Knee bend, good amount. Can bend it forward slightly too. Don't recommend that. Pretty good ankle pivot that reveals more detail. Having trouble speaking right now. I think it's because of allergies. Spring is here, so I'll probably make a lot less of these videos where I just talk to the camera, and a lot less videos in general where I'm talking at all, to be honest. As my allergies destroy everything I care about. Alright, this is getting kind of long. Time to transform him. Probably going to cut most of this out, to be honest. So I'll be talking about, alright, this is taking too long. You guys just won't understand it at all, as I cut this down to be a 5-minute long video. Even though each recording takes us from like 2 to 3 minutes. Except the Earthspark one, that was 16 seconds. Which will probably be even less once I cut it down. Maybe not, though. Not much to cut down in those 16 seconds, I bet. Took that video like a few minutes ago, so I don't remember too much. That's not a good thing. You should remember what happened a few minutes ago. Oh, the top of his turret just fell off. You ever like just using alliteration randomly from day to day? I like doing that a lot. Alright, time to move the box. That's the final Megatron's box, by the way. Over there, the last one I got. Hasn't appeared a single video that guy has, unlike Armada Megatron here. He's appeared in, I believe, at least one video. Armada Megatron explodes a cowboy, a stop motion. Yeah, rolls. His thing feels good. He rolls really good, actually. This is a really good rolling Transformer. Okay, I'm just going to test out the rolling capabilities of all my Transformers on my desk now. Because usually I just roll them on my floor on the couch, and they just suck at rolling. This is really good. Okay, now that I'm done talking about the Transformer rolling, his turret cannot do a full 360. It gets stopped when it goes both ways, but it goes more when it goes right. It can aim up really high, like straight up, and down pretty far too. When it gets blocked. There's not really much more to talk about with the tank here. You can take the turret off if you want for some reason. And this back turret can also aim up. That's for like something robot mode that I didn't talk about. whatever. Bye. Or not bye yet. Whatever. Non-transforming buckaroo is the Yellow Park Megatron. I did not buy this or ask for it. It was kind of just handed to me after my dad was done with it. We were making a Transformers display where he bought so many Transformers on like a 5-inch scale, just so they didn't take up too much space. Honestly, I despise non-transforming Transformers. It's in the name, they're supposed to transform. I get why they exist, but I will never go out of my way to buy a non-transforming Transformer for myself. I have to be put into a corner to feel the need to buy one of those, which is kind of what happened for the Yellow Park Megatron's big brother, I guess. The other Yellow Park Megatron, the big action figure one. The one people actually think about when they think about Yellow Park Transformers and Yellow Park Megatron. You can pull this guy apart and mix and match him with other Yellow Parks, but they're kind of brittle sometimes. Starscream's null rays broke off. There's like one peg on each side keeping them in, instead of the 3 or 4, I think, that he came with. Anyway, yeah, whatever. Out of my way, Megatron. Oh, he fell, but he's fine. Here we have the Legacy 2-pack Minor Megatron. He came with Senator Ratbat, which I have in a box. My Decepticon box with all my Decepticons in it. I'm not going to review him for this. This is about Megatrons. Anyway, yeah. I didn't buy this with my own money. It was too expensive. So I sent it to Grandma for a Christmas. Please cut that part out of the video. Do not leave that in. Not the part where I say cut that out of the video. Let them know I cut something out. That was offensive, possibly. It actually wasn't. If you took offense to what I said. If you would have taken offense to what I said, you're a loser. But you'll never know. Ever. Anyway, he's got some accessories like this pickaxe and this drill, which can combine in several ways, which I will not show you. This video isn't about him, it's about Megatron, which he is. So it is about him, but not specifically him. It's about all the Megatrons in my collection. Okay, so he's got a ball joint at the head, but it's not really a ball jointy in articulation. He's got a panel under his head that just allows him to look down into his chest and look up that high. Man, wish I could look up that high. Oh, wait. I can. He can look... Okay, he can't look all the way around, but he can look that far on either side. His arms does that and that. No butterfly. Above the elbow swivel. Elbow can go that high, not that good. Nothing at the wrist. Waist, rotation. Legs can kick not too high up. It gets stopped at the waist. And can kick back like that. The back gets really moved. It's not really like in the way of anything. It just moves so easily, but not super easily where it just like flops around all the time. So that's good. The knee bends that much, and nothing at the ankle. I swore there was. I guess not. A lot of people hate on this mold, and I get why. But for minor Megatron, it's fine. For actual Megatron, it could definitely use some work articulation-wise. Obviously, those ones have different accessories, which actually include the fusion cannon. I can't talk about the accessories on those ones because I don't have it, and I probably never will. But this Minor Megatron, he's got a good deco and stuff. I like this. Anyway, I'm just gonna transform him real quick. Probably won't be quick at all, actually. I'm probably gonna mess this one up too. I have to go back, but that's okay. Alright, apparently this one has the most complicated transformation out of them all, as it took this part of the recording up to 5 minutes, but whatever. If you haven't noticed, I've recorded these all separately, instead of in one take. Like, they're literally different recording, not even me pausing the videos and then moving. I don't pause my recordings on my phone like this, because it displaces the audio, and then when I go to edit it, it displaces the audio even more, and it's just bad. You can see it in my Godzilla Wars episode, and Gears vs. Mechagodzilla. I apologize in the comments, but there wasn't much I could do about it unless I wanted to re-download the video, remove all the audio, and then redo the audio entirely, in which I was not doing. I did something wrong. It's kind of lopsided, but the tank rolls pretty good, actually. The turret, I guess you can call it, spins around. Oh, it just got destroyed. Okay. It's a fine ult mold. It's just a dude doing yoga again, but they hide it pretty well this time. And it's an alien drill tank. What are you going to do? Alright, here we go. It's Megatron. Yellow Park Megatron. This is what I was talking about earlier with the not wanting to buy non-transforming Transformers thing. I didn't even buy this one. This was yet again. Dear old grandma got it for me. Yay. Mailed it straight to home. Yeah, as I said in a community post, I was firing Nerf darts around my room, knocking things over, including other Transformers, and I fired one at Megatron, and he caught it. Not in his hand, but in between his arm and his fusion cannon. Kind of like that. Like, just like that. So I decided to memorialize that moment by just putting one in his hand. It's kind of misshapen the Nerf dart, but whatever, I don't care. I'm just going to leave that out for the video. He's got his nice box that I kept and will continue to keep. Nice. Anyway, this Megatron has got some die cast in the chest. Only the main chest, though. The switchable damage chest doesn't have it. Some die cast in the feet. And in other ways. He's got light up features that are accessed in cool ways, but I don't have the battery, so I won't show you. Anyway, his head can, like, extend up a little bit. It's on a ball joint, so it does all the range of motion that gives. His arms do full 360. Got a butterfly there, and they can go up like that. Bicep swivel. Elbow has a double bend. The wrist can go, like, inward and rotate. And each of the thumb has one hinge joint. The index finger has 2 hinge joints, and the other 3 fingers are connected on their own 3 hinge joints. He has like a ab crunch, and then a waist swivel, so that's good. You can flip the skirt up, and he has like a kick. The camera angle changed because the phone fell over and I had to redo that. You can't, like, okay, you can kick back pretty far, but you can remove the entire back skirt piece and get it even further than that. And there's detail on his back. The knee bend is really good. It's kind of loose, actually. It flops around just a tiny bit, but enough to make it annoying and make him fall over way too much for my liking, considering this thing was $60. The foot has a pivot and a toe bend that kind of is also too loose and moves too much for my liking, considering this thing is $60. I know I still didn't buy it, but it's still, like, way too much money to have little problems like that screw it up. And I don't mean, like, aw, man, it should be perfect. I mean, like, those specific problems could end up damaging the figure, as they both make him, like, fall over way too much. Luckily, I don't have him, like, directly on a ledge, so he doesn't take extra damage from falling over. He kind of just topples on to my desk, so that's okay. Speaking of the lights earlier, he would have one in his fusion cannon and one in his eyes. And the fusion cannon one is accessed with the button that's, like, already a part of the design, so they just put it there. And the eyes, you would take the back piece, the, like, kibble piece from his gun mode, and there's a magnet there. You can kind of see it. It's shiny, and you'd put it on the back of the head. It's kind of magnetized, and that would turn the lights on. So that's pretty cool, but I don't have the lights, and I'm not just going to buy them. They're too expensive. Not the lights. I don't have the batteries for the lights, and they're too expensive, so I'm not going to buy them. While I'm here, I might as well talk about the Yellow Park Megatron's accessories. So, let me just get them out here. Starting with some of my favorite ones. Okay, that's a lie, but not also. They're all my favorite ones. The die-cast one just goes down, and you can take this battle damage one here, and it's damaged here. This side is sadly not also die-cast. I would have preferred it if it was, but whatever. Some serious weight is lacking here, and it's kind of crumbled and stuff. He's also got alternate faces. He's got a more stoic face than the laughing one, and a completely different design for the face. I would have preferred it if it was 3 different expressions for the same face, but I'll make do with this. Literally, I already thought of a plot line for it. You'll see. Or maybe you won't if you don't watch my videos, but you should. They're not good, but they have heart, I guess? I don't know. Whatever. Just stop falling over, please. Everything's just tumbling over. You're too expensive to do that. Anyways, you can rip his hand off. Okay, his thumb fell off. I need his whole hand. And you can replace his hand with this Energon mace, which in G1 he spun around his head really fast, and he could fly with it. Only in the one episode it appeared, though. And for some reason, every, like, Megatron and Optimus figure just really feel the need to give them their weapons that appeared in one episode of G1 and, like, never again. Except for, like, in the movies, which really popularized Optimus having a Energon axe, even though it wasn't even the same color most of the time. And Megatron just didn't get a flail again, except in the first 2007 movie, and then never used it again. I don't even remember him using it in the film, to be honest. Did I say mace? It's a flail. But whatever, it's pretty good, pretty articulated. He's got this stand that broke immediately. This is one of the things I should get fixed, actually, because I need stands, but whatever. Really tight, really brittle plastic. Horrible combination. Way too expensive of a figure to be doing that, to be honest. Anyway, he gets the blaster he used to murder Optimus in the original film. It's all gray plastic or black or whatever, and he can hold it in his hand, which is currently detached, but whatever. He also, of course, gets the lightsaber or whatever, the sword he used to murder Optimus Prime in the original 1986 movie. You kind of have to grip his fingers around it. Could get a tighter grip than what I have there, but it kind of also just falls out there, so whatever. He'll probably use it in my stop motion series eventually. I'll just have to use like sticky tack to keep it in his hand or something. Anyway, just gonna get him back into gear. He also comes with the key to Vector Sigma, but that's not in the box, that's somewhere else. I'll also probably include that somehow, some way. I haven't figured that one out yet, unlike everything else which I've figured out. Could become cool for like season 2 or something, which I don't even think I'm gonna do. I think it's just gonna keep going in just one continuous season. Anyway, that's Megatron, so that's all of them I got.